Today I'm going to give a tutorial on the most underrated speed solving method, the Baeder method. The Baeder method has a very high turns per second potential, a low move count, and good ergonomics. The steps of the method are the side, the belt, OLL, PLL on the top, and PLL on the bottom. The first step is the side. You can do the side by first putting all of the white edges next to the white center, so that these four pieces are white. They don't have to match the centers, unlike the CFOP cross. This should be a super easy step, even for beginners. Now, to finish the side, after we have the cross, we have to insert the four remaining white corners, such as this one. Corners that have white on them. We don't do this like in the beginner method, where we would align them with the centers like that and then insert so that they're in the right spot between the centers. But since we're only doing a side, we can just insert them any place we want. So that would be okay. Then we have the side. For beginners who don't know how to insert the corners into these spots, there's a really easy way to do it. Look for a corner in the top that has white on it, such as this one, which is white, blue, orange. Then you hold it above a spot that does not have white in it. So, for example, I could hold it over here, and then you repeat these four moves until it's in there. And then I just stop because it's already in. And then you look for other ones in the top. I see this one. And then you couldn't hold it like this because there's already a white one. So what I'm going to do is hold it like that. And then I'm going to repeat the four moves. Okay, it's already solved again. Now we have this one, which is already above a spot that doesn't have white. And then we hold it in the right. Always hold it in the right. And then do, yeah, it's in. And then we have this one, which we hold above it. And then we just do that. And then we have the side. If you have the cross and you want to finish the corners, again, this is for beginners, and you don't have any white corners in the top layer, but they're both in the bottom, then you just hold one of them that's in the bottom in your right, and then perform those four moves until it's solved. Yeah, and then we have it solved. And then we do the other one, which is here, which is nothing in the top, and then we repeat the four moves. And then it's solved. And now we have the side. The next step is the belt. You can do the belt by first looking for edges in the top layer that don't have yellow on them. An edge is a piece that has two stickers on it, not a corner like this one, an edge. In this case, all of the edges don't have yellow on them, so I can just choose any of them. I'll just choose this one. So for that, you line up the edge with the center that it belongs to. So I line blue on blue. And then you check on which side the center of the top color is located. So the top color in this edge is red. And then we have to see is red on the left, the center, or is the red center on the right? And in this case, it's the right. And so if it's on the right, you pull toward you with your right index finger once, like this, and then you do the four moves that I taught earlier. And then you rotate the cube to the right, and then you do a left-handed insertion that goes like this. And that solves that piece. Now I have to choose another piece, another edge on the top layer that does not have yellow on it. So this one has yellow, but all the others don't, so I could choose any of those others. And so I'll just choose this one. And so it is already lined up with the middle center. And so this time orange on the top, the orange which is on the top is actually on the left. And so for that, you pull towards you with your left index finger. Then you do the left-handed version of those four moves. Then you rotate to the left and do the right-handed insertion. And then you have the two edges solved. Next, I can choose this edge because it doesn't have yellow, and then I'll line it up with the green center. And orange is not on the left, it's on the right. So I pull with my right index finger, do the 4 moves, rotate, insert. And then the last edge is here. All of the others have yellow, this one doesn't. We match it up with the green. See the red is on the left. Pull with your left index finger, do the left-handed move, rotate to the left and insert. And then the belt is finished. Now I'll show you a belt case in which all of the edges in the top have yellow. So this one has yellow, this one has yellow, this one is yellow, and this one has yellow, and yet the belt is not solved yet. In this case, what you do is look for a belt piece, so a piece in the middle layer that isn't solved. So this one is solved, and this one isn't. And then what we do is take it out using the insertion, so go like that. And then what we want to do is fix this white piece that we just took out, and then we're gonna insert it. Or you can do it the beginner version that I taught with those 4 moves. Then that piece is gonna be somewhere in the top layer. So here it is again, this green-red piece. Next, we can fix it as usual by lining it up with the red center. Green is on the right. We pull with the right index finger, do the move, rotate, and insert with the left hand. And then we have 3 of the belt pieces. And then here we see if we have a non-yellow edge in the top, and we actually still don't. They're still all yellow. And then we look for an unsolved piece, and it's here. And so what we do is take it out with the insertion, and then we have to insert this white piece again by doing this. And now it's in the top layer, it's right there. So we match it back with the center. It's on the right, so we do this, this, this. And now the belt is solved. The next step is OLL, or orientation of the last layer. In this step, you use 1 or 2 algorithms, depending on how many you're willing to learn, to put all of the yellow pieces on top. So if you know full OLL, which is 57 algorithms, you'll know that this case is solved like this. And if you're willing to learn less than that, I'll leave a link in the description on how to solve it using 2 algorithms, which is less algorithms. Next is PLL, which is permutation of the last layer. And we're going to do this on the top and on the bottom. But first we do it on the top, and if you know full PLL, which is 26 algorithms, you'll know that this case is solved like this. And you can also learn beginner PLL, which you have to solve in 2 algorithms, and I'll leave a link in the description again. When you do PLL on the top, there's a chance of you getting parity, which means that you have an impossible case that cannot be solved using only the PLL algorithms. This is a parity case, since we have 2 swapped edges, and that is an impossible case. We can solve parity using a very simple 3-mover, which goes like this. And then parity is solved. You also might have to do an algorithm after you do that 3-mover, because just now I just set up to having it solved after that. But yeah, that's if you run into parity. Okay. The last step is PLL on the bottom. We do the same what we just did on the top, but we turn the cube around and do the same on the bottom. Again, this is the same as the last step, which means that you can learn the beginner version linked in the description, and the full version, which is also linked in the description, which is 26 algorithms. And then the cube is solved using the Baeder method. Thank you for watching, and a big thanks to Frederick Kregler for making the thumbnail and helping with this video. If you are a beginner who has never solved the Rubik's Cube before, or if you are a speed cuber undecided if you should go for CFOP or RU, I would recommend the Baeder method, since I think it's a very good method and has the potential to be one of the best methods in professional speed cubing.